Hey everybody, welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is March 17th and that means day 76 of the 3DP 365 project. And today we printed out the statue of David, so stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for joining me, of course, for day 76 of the 3DP 365 project. Today we printed out the statue of David. Now, I've seen this printed quite a few times on Thingiverse, and I've seen some posts even on Facebook of people printing this. So I just wanted to give it a print. I did add a little bit of support material under the nose because that's pretty much where it needed it, the only place. And I only printed it at 100%, even though it would look really cool at like life size, but I wanted a quick print that wasn't going to take all night because we have to keep this project rolling. But for now, let's head over to Thingiverse and I'll show you where to get this model. Then we'll tab over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings. Then we'll come back here and we'll talk a little bit more about the print. Okay, so here we are at Thingiverse. Here is the statue of David head, and I'll put the link down in the description so you can download and print this yourself. And this is actually a scan using 123D Catch, and he cleaned it up, it looks like, in ZBrush and refined the detail. And there's also a version here that has some built-in support, but I'm not a big fan of Mesh Mixer's support material because it's actually a lot harder to print than regular support material because it's so thin, and these little corners and all these little angles that they put on here, well, it looks cool and I'm sure it's functional. I just don't have any faith in it. I have faith in Simplify 3D. Speaking of which, let's tab over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings for the print. Alright, so here we are in Simplify 3D, and I've dropped the model down on the print bed at 100%, and I put a little bit of support material here underneath his little schnoz, because I figured that would probably be the only place I would need it, and I was right. But let's check out my process settings. We did a 0.2mm layer height, 3 top, 3 bottom, and 3 perimeters. We also ran a brim by entering 0 in the skirt offset for 4 outlines with 10% infill, generated custom support, 203 and 205 are my temperatures, and our 3-stage cooling system setup. For speed, we ran this out at 50 millimeters per second, so let's hit OK, and prepare to print, and I'll show you how it's sliced. There's our finished sliced model. That was all in real time, so let's play this through so you can see how it prints. It's super exciting. It's the statue of David head. I'm sure you've seen it before. But the support material is needed. I would have done some under the chin, but I didn't want to leave any scarring because, you know, support material leaves a mess behind no matter what slicer program you use. And as you can see, it'll wrap up printing the top of his little head. Alright, that's about it. I'll see you guys back at the workbench. Alright, so we're back, and this was a really easy print, surprisingly. There is a little bit of roughness underneath his chin, and I was a little bit concerned about his hair on some of these little areas where it's pretty steep. But the gMax did an amazing job of handling all those overhangs and really bringing out the detail in the statue of David. And of course, using this MatterHackers PRO PLA in the color of white was the perfect choice for our scan of an actual stone sculpture. But everything else about the print turned out pretty great. There is some waviness within the print. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I'll show you in the close-ups in at the end, and you can maybe tell me what you think it might be. I don't know if it's the 123D scan, I don't know if it's the geometry, I don't know if maybe the printer has a loose part, but there are some areas of waviness. That's the only way I can explain it. It's not a layer shift per se, it's more of just random waviness. That's the only thing I can say. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can get you to focus on that face. But I think the print looks pretty awesome and I'm pretty happy with the results, so I'm not going to complain. And along with those photos, I'll actually put the time-lapse in at the end too, so you guys can see that. So all in all, I think this was a pretty successful print and I'm pretty happy with it, so that about wraps it up. Well, thank you for joining me here for day 76 of the 3DP 365 project. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.